Cool. I think we're up and running, I think. Cool. Up and running, I think. Right, that's a spoon carving knife. I don't really like it. It's not very sharp. It's turn volume on me. There you go. That's better. No feedback now. Yeah, it's not very sharp. I'm going to have to sharpen it up and get it into some sort of usable state. Takes absolutely ages to carve a spoon with this, which is obviously not right. But we try. We'll get some people in a moment. It's very early for me to do a live, but not a problem. Well, I'm doing these cars today. I've done some, but they're not very thick wood. These are 45mm thick, so these will last for a long time. All I've got to do is cut them out, cut the shapes out on the bandsaw. Then I've got to sand them off. There's the bandsaw. Then use the router to go around the outside to make the edges all nice and smooth so they don't hurt anybody. And then obviously drill a hole through there and there, put the wheels on and put these, I'm using this wooden dowel to go through, and then put the wheels on the end. So that's what I'm doing today. We'll get some people in a moment, I'm sure of it, watching. Cause I'm not, I don't really do them on a Saturday anymore like I should. I'd usually do them later on in the evening, on the afternoon, but we can sort it out. Oh, there's a little car I was going to do I have to sand that off. Nice and smooth. But first of all, I'll use the router round there and do the edges. Right, and I'm going to mark this one out now. This is another little shape. That's all it has to do is represent a car. It's nothing spectacular. As long as it looks like a car, I think we're good to go. The Sharpie, draw around the edge. Simple as that. Doesn't even have to be that accurate, as you can see. I'm no great drawer, artist. That's all it has to be. I even think with this one now, I'm going to improve this little bit here. I'm going to, like that, and like that. And that's simply just to, hi Tim, how are you? Sorry it's early today, but there you go. I suppose it's, what's the time where you are? 5:30 in the morning. Epic 5k, hello there. We've got 6 people watching already, which is quite good. Don't forget hit the like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Today I'm making toy cars. Very simple, as you'll see. All I do is draw out a rough design, bandsaw, cut round there. Then I use the router table to round them off. I'll drill some holes there, 2 holes straight through. Use the 5mm dowel. And I've got some wheels already that I've got from a well-known store, and they really shot up in price. I bought 20 wheels for it was 20 wheels for £4.30. I went back to buy some more because I was quite happy with them, and they'd gone up to £8.99 for 20, which is extortionate, really. And so the wheels are going to go on like that. These are going to go on like this, and we're going to have a couple of little cars to sell. Some child will have those for years. They'll last really well. We'll have no problems at all. As long as there's no sharp edges, no chance of any splinters. We'll round off the edges, and a little child will have a lot of fun with one of those. Right, so let's cut this out and we'll see how we go. I'll cut like this, that and that. Then I'll cut in at an angle like that, along like that, then cut that out. Then I'll cut the rest of it out. I'm going to have to mount my camera above the bandsaw so you're able to see what I'm doing. But as for now, I'm going to have to just that's okay. The mask on. As you all know, I haven't had my bandsaw very long. Hi Josh, how are you? I'm just doing an idea of some cars, little children's cars. I know they'll only be, I'll turn that on, probably 1 or 2 year old, and they'll use them, I'd imagine. But you know what they're like these days, they're all into these computer games, so you can only try. Alright, let's try and cut this out. There is going to be lots of sanding involved. We don't mind that, as long as it's safe. And as always, these lines are just a guide. Some of this wood I might make into some little, start doing some jewellery as well. Do the Celtic patterns. Nearly there. Right, that'll do as the basic shape of the car. I know it sounds mad at the moment, but I've done two. And this saw, sorry for the noise, the actual saw was wonderful. Got delivered, cost me £200 sterling. That's probably, I don't know what the exchange rate is, probably just over $200, I suppose. It's not far off, is it? Pound from a dollar. and I bought it. Came, I fitted it all together, put it all together, and then I pressed the on-off switch, and it worked when you pressed the switch, but it came off as soon as you took your finger off, so it's a faulty switch. So I phoned up the company Lumberjack. No problem at all, we've got all your details, we'll send you a switch out. And I said, well, you're only an hour away from me, so can I come to you and resolve it today? And they said, no problem at all. I went to them, and they fixed it straight away. He said he's very grateful for me coming over. They gave me a spare saw blade, which was £16, £15.99. They gave me that for my journey, and appreciated the switch. And he said he'll be able to look at the switch and thank you very much for coming. And he said anything I need in future, have no hesitation, go and see him, and I'm sure I won't hesitate to go and see him. Right, that's going to be another one there. We're trying to avoid this knot. There's quite a big knot in the wood there. And this is the wood that I usually use for the faces, the wood spirits, as you know. But this one's split, so I'm going to try and make use of it and do some cars with it. I thought that's only right, rather than burn it or throw it away, or I hate doing that, so I'm not going to be doing that. Right, let's go and get a drink. Let's have a chat. Turn the camera around a moment. Hi Caleb. I had Caleb stickers on my bench now. There's yours, Josh. Let's have a look. There's the latest one. Carving Woodchucker Caleb, Perry, Rhinestone, Electric Whittler, Matt Carves, and Grumpy. So I do need more stickers. Anybody that has any, or I don't have a woodchucker sticker on my table. We've got to do some swapping. I'm sure he'll send you one. That was over Christmas. That was a thing, because he sent me a sticker but didn't have enough postage on there, so we had to get the sticker done again, and he was happy with that. He got the sticker sorted out in the end. I think he sent it twice or 3 times, and that was wonderful. Ended up all right. I'm having Tim's stickers. Tim's got stickers as well. Josh. Tim's getting stickers because he's going to send me one, hopefully. But I said don't bother sending the paper one. Send the stickers, the vinyl ones, and I can put them on my table, because it's quite expensive to send. Yeah, 2 times. 2 times Caleb had to send them here. But What was I saying? Yeah, I'm going to get some of Tim's, and he's going to send them. And I said, send the vinyl ones because it costs about £3, £3.50, probably $4 to send some stuff over here. And do you know, when I put those little wooden trees of life into your envelopes for Christmas, you had them on your trees. I saw them on your trees. And it cost no extra charge. There's no extra charge for that. So if you have a small gift to put in, pop it in, and I'll send you something back, Tim. Electric Whittler. I can't believe it survived the trip. It was not even cracked. Yeah, I packed it quite well. Anyway, so these little cars, this is my latest idea. So, and it's always continuous, isn't it, what you need? Have you seen these as well, Josh? This will show up well, actually, because this is back to front, isn't it? Oh. It's a branding made of brass, I think. I think it's made of brass, very heavy, but they don't send a handle with it. How am I going to brand anything? And it's for branding wood. And I got that design. I did a thing, I posted a thing out. And it's like for branding cattle sort of thing. I'm obviously not going to brand any cattle, but I'm going to brand some wood with it. And as soon as I get the handle, this was £24. And I thought, how stupid, they sent that out and they didn't send any handle. So I had to buy the handle separately for £7. So they should really just make it very clear on the advert. I read the advert afterwards, and then I found out it was my fault because I didn't read it properly. So yep. Right, so this is a little router table that I made as well. Keep harping on about it, but it is fantastic and it works really, really well. Took me about 3-4 hours to make it. So let's have a look and let's crack on. Yeah, I was amazed. Why would you not a branding iron and not supply a handle with it anyway? That's my saw, Josh. Look at that beauty. There's all the warnings up. There's the number. BS250. It's a 10-inch, and if I spin it round, you'll get all the technical information. Doesn't mean a thing to me, but for all you geeks out there, let's have a look. There it is. Throat capacity 245 millimeters. Why don't they put that in inches? Maximum cutting height 65 millimeters. 115 millimeters. At 90 degrees, it's 65 meters. Blade wheel diameter. What do you need to know that for? Blade length 1712 millimeters. Blade width 3.5 to 12 mil. And the blade they gave me free was a 6 mil. cutting speed 800, table tilt 90 to 45, and it's 500 watt motor. So that's that anyway. And here's my router table. Router. Because you get mixed up now with and there it is underneath there. Move this old chair out of the way. And there's my old router under there. Pops up through the table, and I can just smooth things over. Smooth edges. And that is wonderful. Really is helpful. Really is. Right, so let's do one of these first and see how it ends up. I won't bore you by looking at it, or unless you want to. Do you want to see the router table in action? Router. You say tomato. Let's have a go. You probably won't. You probably all you'll see is my head anyway. That's what you normally say. Right, let's get this out of the way. Plug this in. Where's that rubbish? It doesn't take long, does it, for your room to get full of rubbish? And this I need to fix an on-off switch, because as soon as I plug it in, it fires up. Put the mask on. Better late than never. Same again. Sorry about the noise. And that rounds it off. Nice and safe. Now I just need to sand that bit. Just run it, sand it all over. And that's the basics of it anyway. Then what I need to do is, obviously, drill 2 holes through there, and I've decided 6mm holes, woodchucker, because it's cheaper. People buy multiple branding. What's he saying? What's Caleb? Because it's cheaper. People buy multiple branding tips, only need one handle, but they need a make it clear. Yeah, I didn't. It's good, isn't it? It's good. And I thought I'm going to sell these at that little fair that I'm going to, and children might get. I'll probably end up giving them away knowing my wife goes mental because I just give things away. But I enjoy that, so. And she loves me for it as well, so. Right. And also as well, I'm in the middle of doing this green man. I like a few projects. I need one. What I've discovered is I need one of those drill presses. That's what I need. But I can't spend. I've spent £200 already on a saw. Router was expensive. The table was very cheap because I made it. Hi, Michael. Well, it's never ending. But I suppose I've got this saw now for a long time, hopefully. I might just leave that bit flat. There's no real sharp edges there. And you could put a... I could paint that black and it could be a bumper. Fender. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time organising all that. And I've made them narrow as well. I've made narrow ones, wide ones. I think I'm going to sell these ones. The wide ones are going to be, I think, £7.50. The narrow ones are going to be £4.50. And probably don't make a penny on them after the time and my effort. But anyway, it's not all about money, is it? Right. So what are we going to do next? I'm going to work a little bit more on this green man carving because I like carving. And that's what it's all about. Do what you like. And I've worked a little bit on this. Let's see how we get on with this. This is what I like to do. Pouring the rain here at work. Oh dear, Michael. Let's zoom in a little bit, not too much. But, this is my carving table, which I'm sure you're all aware of. Let's bring this over here so I can see what you're saying. Must be time to head on home, Michael. It is Saturday, for goodness. Yeah. What are you on, Michael? £100 an hour? Go home. Spend some time with your family. Some wood for the wood. A woodchucker. I was a woodchucker then. Did you hear that? I chucked that wood then. Right. Let's put that clamp like that. I've just moved that because I'm going to just give these a little bit of a. Oh, I should have let you see that. 4 little I'll move these out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. We'll spin you around again. Sorry about this. I'll be using that glove in a moment because Josh hates it when I cut my hands. $13 people watching. How many likes have we got? None. Oh, six likes. 50%. It's not too bad. Anyway, let's just spin this round a moment. You probably won't see anyway because I'm rubbish at doing things like that. That's my sharpening wheel. And all I do there is turn it on, plug it in first. Got a great, just turn it on. I think I need to sharpen that one. And then you just turn that wheel and just that'll be razor sharp. Simple as that. Same again. Isn't that wonderful? The V gouge is a bit set different. That'll still be sharp. Excuse me. Right, let's use the V gouge. How sharp that is. Oh, we want some accuracy, so there's the mallet. Okay, then we've got a basic line. That wonderful. And as I was showing you yesterday, you basically cut the line so you know where the leaf is finishing. You'll do a centre. Yeah, I'll do it now because I've just sharpened this one. You'll do a centre piece like this, quite deep. And again. And if you want it to fold round, you can do it folding round, but I'm not going to bother. Just yet anyway. Never say never. And I have to do that one again while I'm here. And the reason why I haven't carried on with that part yet is because I'm going to have to go into downward because the grain is going that way. if I start carving up like that, there's a good chance that that's going to carry on all the way, and I want to leave a lip on the leaf, if you know what I mean. Okay. And this will really start to stand out when I finish carving it. Then I will be using a blowtorch on it. And that really makes the wood pop out then. Right, so we're going to do a leaf for the moustache. That's obviously a bigger leaf. There's one for the moustache, there's another for the moustache. This is the nose, and the eyes are going to be set back into there, but we'll deal with them in a bit. That's the beauty of this, there's no rush. No rush at all. Which is a good job. And I will be bending these leaves round, but I won't do it at the moment. Excuse me. A poached egg on toast for breakfast. Don't know why I told you that. And this V gauge needs another sharpening, I think. Which I might use on the strop. Here. Sometimes you can't beat doing something by hand. Other times it's quicker to use a machine. And only experience will tell you which one to use. Right, let's get out this bit. This is too time consuming for some people, I can understand that. I can understand understand that. Right, what they're going on about, wife did not work. I only have palm gouges. I need to find a decent, inexpensive set. File does not meet the inexpensive criteria. Flex cut do, Tim. You'll get flex cut. There you are, easy enough. I'll show you the set I've got. That's these, but see those of them there. You get 1, 2, 3, and I use all of these. You know, you buy sets and you sometimes you only use 1 or 2. Let's get the box down, and I'll show you. Lots of books up here. Gosh, I feel like a limbo dancer. Get through here. Good Lord. I'll show you some of my books in a moment. Completely void. That was a set. Look for those, Tim. Do you want to screenshot that? There's even a little barcode there, look. Nothing on the back. There's the technical bit that I should learn. All those are really good, and you can hit them with a mallet. I've got the palm gouges as well, and I've got the knives. So that's a really good set. I think those are about £180 for the set, which is quite good. They'll be in America because that's where they're made, and you'll probably get them cheaper. And they really hold the... Oh, I can't praise them enough. And as you know, flex cut, these are flex cut. My knives are flex cut. These are flex cut. These are some cheap Chinese things which I started off with. But believe it or not, they do hold a good sharpness. And I'll show you one of them now. Say that one. That's just picked off there randomly. See, there's nothing really wrong with those, but I much prefer the flex cut. These are more for intricate, doing the eyes and eyelids and nostrils and things like that. These are for getting the basic shape. Obviously the knives, I love the knives, but my most actual best knife I've got are this one. This is when I go out for a walk in the woods. Just take this with me. You fit it onto your belt, no problem at all. But I just put it in my pocket. And then you just, whatever gouge you want, you've seen it before anyway. See that little gouge? There's that one. The next one is another gouge. This is the next one's for making spoons. That's a spoon gouge. And that's flex cut as well. And they lock in. You press that button to release them and push them back. Wear gloves with these for definite. Then you've got they call them a pelican blade, which is good for removing lots of wood quickly. Then you've got the...
Here's what I found.
Oh, detail knife. And that is razor sharp. And then you've got the V-gouge. You've got everything there for a little, you go out in the woods and you can make a little wood spirit easy enough. And that is razor sharp. And what I take with me then is I take one of these strops, which has all the different angles. Anyway, I'm not sure which one it is, that one or I think one of those two anyway. I've got one with me knives and one with that 2.0. But that little pen knife is the same price. That's the reason I showed it you. That little pen knife is the same price as that set of chisels. How did you work that out? Yeah, flex cut pocket knife. It's actually called a flex cut carving jack 2.0. Yeah, it's wonderful. And they do cheaper ones, but it was a situation where my wife said, what do you want for your birthday? And I got one of those. I'll just show you these quickly, these books that I use for reference in case you want to look at any of them. And this is just inspiration on some of the wacky things that you can make, draw, and you could probably do some of those, Caleb, with your chainsaw. What about that chap? And they've all got names: Candleweed, Zitty, Sneak and Scum. Look at that fella. And that's just a $90 US. What's the $90 for? Old Timer makes a version of that pocket knife. Probably don't want to waste your $20. No. Get the flex. Get a good one. They're 170, 180 pounds for a reason. Believe me. This is Alec Lacasse. I did a review on his book, and this is his wonderful book. Look at that for work. That's his name, Alec Lacasse. I chat to him quite. Wow, 90 for the. Wow, I'd get one. 100% I'd get one. Probably because I'm in England. And this is look at the workmanship in that. This is all cottonwood bark that you can obviously get. I'll probably get copyrighted for this, but I've already done a review of this. Gives you the reference for the grid for the face and that, and he certainly knows what he's on about. If you haven't checked him out, I'm sure you're all aware of him, Alec Lacasse. And he gives you dimensions, how the difference in the woman's face to the man's face. I've tried a couple of times to do a woman's face. Look, he gives you references there. I'm going to read it again and see how we get on. And he gives you a couple of projects at the back, look, to work on. Green Lady. Father Time with a knife. He is. I get on as well as I can with him. He's very far away. This is a little whittling book I got. Tell me if I'm boring you. Whittling Country Bear and his friends. I'll flick through this quite quick because this isn't as detailed, but and that's his collection of knives and gouges. So he hasn't got much, but that's only to get started. And it gives you step by step. It's just step by step, similar to what I do, but This is actually a chap that knows what he's on about. Then he's painting things. So that's another one that I've got. I don't read them very often. I don't read them as often as I should. This is for power carving. This just shows you different things you can buy. Probably out of date a bit now. Different burrs, you all know about them. Different ways of using them. Basic shapes, black bears, and carving gargoyles at the end. Carving faces, which is what I like to do. And it just gives you different ideas of eyes and different things you can carve. Woman's face, that's what I'm going to try and do next. And then I've got the carving the human face. Any ones of these that you want to screenshot, just do it. And I find these useful. And it gives you diagrams of different, but I'm sure you know proportions of the eyes and nose and mouth and stuff. And it just gives you little ideas. If you just get stuck doing something. And then to try and help, I know you haven't got to be a great drawer to do wood carving, but I've got this as well. It's Andrew Loomis, the Loomis method, drawing the head and hands. And this is women's faces, men's faces, children, young and babies and old, and all different stages of drawings. And that's all I'm going to bore you with there. Right, so now I need to work this up here, take this down to this level and slowly take that back. And that's a little insight into what I have for bedtime reading. A book about birds and bears. Birds and the bees, yeah. Birds and the bears. Birds and the bears. That face carving book. Seems very handy. Yeah. Alec the Cat. If you have a look, I've done a review about it. I'm sure I have, and it's on my page somewhere, on my YouTube somewhere. And there's a link to it there. But I'm sure it would have gone down in price now, because books do, don't they? They don't stay very dear for long. But I bought mine pretty much as soon as it came out. Anyway, let's get a little bit of this done. But Alec the Cat does a lot of work with cottonwood bark, which I can't get here, but I have got oak bark here, and I find that quite easy to work with. So I don't know. But I'd definitely get that knife tip, $90. There are two types. Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. You can draw. And you only have to get a little guide, don't you? For carving. It's different. You know it's different. And I do. And you really only need a little guide to help you on your way. Even if you haven't got to draw them, even if you just read the book and look at the pictures. I don't know how you learn things, but I can learn just by looking at something. And what we're going to do is take that down back a little bit, and then I'm going to go deep now with that. It's about time we did the nose, isn't it? Well, there's my little mallet. No, not no. I like the green man. Yeah, I made a few, but this is one of them. I've done it roughly, but I haven't put it into a. I haven't put it into a. Made it into a birdhouse yet, but I will. And there are a few of them I've done all over the place, but we'll get there. It's all part of the fun, making the faces. Sorry in advance if I get in the way, I can't help it sometimes. The camera. Then I need to take that down in a bit. And obviously with the Fordham or the Dremel, you just put the thing in and burr into here. It just makes a nice change for me. Both methods are good. It's just nice to be able to do both. I heard that there are different size holes to attract certain birds. Yeah, there is. But here in England, the three main types for my garden, for the birds that we have in our garden, are there's 25mm for a blue tit bird. There is 28mm for a great tit bird. And there is 33 for a sparrow. There are bigger birds, and you can get there's a robin, red-breasted robin, but that has an open box. It's like very similar to what a blackbird would have. The best thing is, whatever area you're in, just Google it, and it will give you the different sizes that attract the different birds, and it's very, very useful. Very useful. And did you know as well, the hole has to be a certain distance from the base, so that a predator can't put his paw in or whatever he's going to put in there and reach the eggs. So in general, with the blue tip, it's because that's mostly the one I make. It's 25mm for the hole and 4.5 inches to 5 inches from the base of the bird house section to the hole. Lost my train of thought then. That's nothing new for me. And we go deeper and deeper and deeper into here. And you can also, I'll show you now how you can whack these. Yeah, you've got all different birds there, Tim. I have to research my area. Would like to attract cardinals. I did not know that, yeah. Has to be a certain size hole for a cardinal, and it would have to be a certain height to stop predators, whatever predators you've got, which will go in there and eat the eggs or destroy the nest or whatever. You see that's quite a nice size for there. And so you whack that in, and you can give these a whack. Which is a great I don't hit them very often this hard, but I hit them all the time, being fair, but very rarely this I'll give them that much stick. And then you can put that one there just to join it up. And then just because you've put the stop cut in, then you'll have less problem with it shooting up there. Not saying that it never happens, because it does. And there are, I'll just let you know, Tim, there are 2 carving jacks. Okay, I have to research my area. Would like to attract, yeah. There are 2 carving jacks as well for the flex cut. Be aware of that as well, because there is one which doesn't have the bar, and you'll know what I mean. There's a bar inside the knife where the blades come down, and the bar stops the blades going in too far, so you can't get them back out. Well, I probably didn't explain that very well, but I know what I mean. You know, when you put a pocket knife away and fold it back in, sometimes it goes in too far and you can't reach the little nidger that you put your fingernail in to pull the blade back out. Well, the 2.0s improve that and put a little bar in there which stops the blade going in too far. That's all I mean. Hopefully that was clearer. Probably not. Right, so we're getting depth on the nose. And I can put rough lines in there. And this is just to stop it spreading too much and ruining the leaf that I've just done. And I am going to call it a day in a moment. So just want to spend some time with you. Still need to get my watch hours up. I have created a playlist to try and help do that. Tim saying we'll have to watch for that. Thanks for yeah. Seeing in England we don't get cardinals, so I wouldn't know. But all I'd say is your birds are a lot bigger than ours. When we came over, we were amazed at the size of the robins. The robins here are about 4 inches tall, with a red breast. Classic one that is normally on a Christmas card here in England. Drop this on. That's like the classic bird for Christmas here in England. Is a robin redbreast, they call them. And I will be carrying on, obviously, with the toy cars. But it's nearly 12 o'clock, so I'm going to go and have some lunch. "11:44 in the morning. It's nearly lunchtime. I might be back later this evening. Who knows? God willing, I'll be back later. And I'll try and whack that into there a little bit more. And get some more depth into this nose. Nearly got a beat going then. Oh dear. Things we do, eh? I'll wait till I turn that round and then I'll work on that. Right. Oh, you going, woodchucker? I don't blame you. And as I said, I'm going to go as well now. Been here a long time, probably nearly 2 hours, I think, which is a long time. But we've achieved a couple of things. We've done a little bit more work on the green man. We've made a start on a couple of cars. So I'll leave it there. God bless you all and take care, and remember, whatever you do, do it well.